Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of all ages, we are back. AussieVerse coming at you. I am OmniBeau, joined by SingleIssue Steve, Sharif, and Spedsy. How are you, boys?
Wonderful.
Good, mate. Good.
Okay. I think there's a little bit of a delay there, because if there's not, I want to make sure that everybody knows to go to Instagram.
There's no delay.
You just interrupted my... Instagram _AussieVerse, where you can also go to Facebook at AussieVerse for life. Also check out TikTok, AussieVerse. You can check out our graphic designer, A51 _designs, and we are also sponsored by Comx. For some reason, I couldn't think of the word sponsored. Only the word represented was coming out. I don't know what happened with that brain fart. Let's go. This is DodgeHAUL, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to be showing off some goods today that we got. We are going to be starting off with the one, the only.
Stop trying with the bloody shock me with this crap like last time, all right? People are still talking about how stupid I looked at the end of that video, and I don't care. All right. So I don't have a massive haul, but what I've got is in our last little video when I was talking about trying to find some Eagle Moss stuff to finish my collection, I've been able to snag 4 books to add to my collection, which I'm a little bit excited about. So I've got Final Crisis, Legion of Three Worlds, and I also have
John's, I think.
JLA Omega, or Omega, however you pronounce it. And I got Superman, Kryptonite, Nevermore. So these are still in plastic. I haven't actually read them yet. And Wonder Woman Odyssey Part 2. Obviously, I want to get Part 1 before I read Part 2. So that's pretty much my haul. I also got this pen from a school I went and did a talk at. So that's exciting. And something else as well, but not haul related, for those in Melbourne this week. On Sunday and Saturday this week, we've actually got the Supernatural convention here in Melbourne. All hell breaks loose. And it's going to be pretty castle. Supernatural, mate, yeah. Yep.
Oh,
so my wife and I got tickets. And pretty excited because both the boys, Jared and Jensen, will be there. So we get to say hello to them again. We've been to a few of them now, and we're big Supernatural fans, so it's going to be a really, really good day out on Sunday. So I'm not famous or anything, but if you see me, come and say hello. That'd be nice to meet you. So that's going to be cool, and I'll obviously take some photos and share some stuff about my thoughts about how the con was.
Yeah, good on you. I'm actually really jealous about that. I've got 2 mates, Costa and Susie, that are diehard Supernatural fans, and they usually go to this ones, and they haven't mentioned anything this year. I've got to go one year, man. I've got to go.
Come with us next year.
Yeah, sweet. Also, I know that Wonder Woman Odyssey in its original trade paperback is really hard to find. It's out of print. So how far off are you from finishing all of them, all of the Eagle Moss?
Oh, I've still got a way to go yet, mate. I think when I had a look on Wikipedia last, I think the issues went up to something like 140 or 150 or something. I'm up to about 127 at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, you're close.
Yeah, it's not far.
I'm getting there. Yeah, but the problem is that they're completely gone now. Eagle Moss has shut up shop. There was a rumour that another company was actually going to pick them up and start producing them as well, but yeah, nothing's happened. Eagle Moss has been gone for a couple of years now, so I can't see that happening anytime in the future.
eBay, mate. eBay.
That's where I got these from.
Yeah. Have you put an eBay alert notification?
No, I'm old. I don't know how to do that. Can I get some?
I'll show you later after the show, but if you go to eBay, you can actually get a notification for every time an Eagle Moss book goes up for sale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Anyone else who knows how to help, that would be great. Thanks.
That's all right, mate. We'll go from one old man to the next, the one that doesn't know what a crossover is, and that's Spedsy.
Thanks, mate. Well, I got a few things to tag up on there with Steve. So, ironically, the talk that Steve put on where he got that pen was a talk about not stealing and specifically about pen-related. So, a bit disappointed to hear that Steve stole a pen from the very talk where he was discouraging the youth from stealing pens. Also, I worked in a comic shop for 11 years. So I'm here to dispel room. Now, Steve, poor Steve, he showed us some books in plastic, and he said these books are still in their plastic. Now it's probably different for the Eagle Moss books. Can't talk to them specifically, but a thing now I'm guilty of this too. When I was a kid, I got X-Force 2, and it was still in its plastic, and Dan May let me read his copy because we didn't want to take my copy out of its plastic. But here's the deal with plastic around your comics, particularly around your trades. In Diamond, they're printed out, they're sent to Diamond, the Diamond distributors. They then pick what you need and they put it in a box. All this time, there is no plastic on those trades. They then, in our case, get put on a plane, sent to Australia, put through customs, brought to the shop. The young apprentice pulls them out, and he puts them through the plastic wrap machine. So that is done in-house by all the comic shops. So, yes, I have seen boots on the ground, shopkeeps purchase secondhand trades, re-plastic them, and then people go, "Oh, look, it's still in its plastic." The shop put it in
Shit, so these...
Yeah, so I wouldn't be... They might not be Eagle Moss, they might be Pigeon Moss. Have a look, they could be fakes. Now,
but I got a question. So when shops seal the trades, is that a way to discourage customers to flip them through?
Mainly, it's to maintain the condition. So lots of, if you have a look at QBD comic books, they don't put their trades in plastic. Awesome to look through, but the spines are always a bit dinged, and there might be a fold in the cover because people pull them out, go, "Oh, I don't want that." Shove it. Why isn't it going back in? And that's how you get all the bumps and folds. So it's normally to maintain the condition that it arrived in. Yeah, and also Steve, it's not the size of the haul, mate. It's what you do with it. I have a small haul myself. It's got 2 bedrooms off it, but no, we're talking HAUL. Now, one of my favorite writers is Brian Wood. I know nothing about this book other than it's Brian Wood. So would I get it? Yes, I would. It has an interesting title, and you can read that if you pause the video, but who's gonna? Second, this is a book I've read in single issue, and I loved it so much that I had to purchase it in trade to reread it. Still in its plastic. Punk Rock Jesus tells the tale of that my Catholic upbringing is failing me. The cloth of
Tarantula.
The Shroud of Turin.
Sure. Sharon's towel, or whatever those guys just said, they take the DNA off that and they clone Jesus. And yeah, it's a story about the grizzled dude who has to protect the Jesus's mum. It's been a while since I read it, but it's really delightful. This is what, and look, most of my hauls are a sham. They're books that I've had for a little while. I don't buy that many, but here is one that I got that's fresh from the post today, yesterday. You can still smell the postman's breath on it. Delightful. Old Man Rufus, a Kickstarter from a while back, finally has landed, and I got the Lauren Marshall cover because she'd be my gal, and Ryan Vella does the interiors, Darren Close on the writing duties. It's a Killaroo book. You know it's quality. Get your face around it. And then lastly, this is one of my favorites. This has been in my collection for a little while. This is called The Vulgar Tongue. Buckish slang and pickpocket eloquence. Now, Bo, if you don't mind, give me a random letter from the alphabet, and that will determine what you are.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go with P.
Yeah, I thought you would.
I'm going to go with F.
Well, you, my friend, are, let me find a good one. You are a paper skull, a thin-skulled, foolish fellow. That's what you are, mate.
Sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, I almost called you a pad borrower, which is a horse stealer.
No, I've never stolen a horse.
Yeah, otherwise a parson, which is a guidepost, hand or finger post by the roadside for directing travellers. All
No, I
right,
can't
Sharif, give us a letter and I'll tell you what you are, mate.
Sharif,
Hello,
give him a
Sharif.
letter.
Give us a letter.
Me. T.
Of course. Had I of course, exactly what I thought you'd pick. You are Tib of the Buttery.
Oh, yes.
Which is goose. Saint Tib's evening, the evening of the last day, or the day of judgment. He will pay you on Saint Tib's eve, a goose. So basically, it's all this weird.
What everybody needs on Judgment Day is a goose.
That's perfect. All right. There's some words in this. Now, this is from, let me tell you, from 1785. So some of the words, some of the words are cancelled, let's just say. But so I'll skip those ones. But Steve, give me a letter and let's find out what you are.
D.
Oh, Steve, your volume's gone.
D. All right, D. We will look for D now.
I didn't hear it.
Just so you can guys see, I'm not making
D.
this up. There's an awesome one there. Fartleberries. Excrement hanging about the anus. Now that doesn't describe Bo. I don't know what does, but let's look at D. All right. You, my friend, are a doxies. You're a doxies. You're a beggar, wench, or whore.
Definitely a whore.
So this comes in very handy when wanting to name things in your writing, or trying to find weird character names and dialect and whatever. So much so, I was co-writing with someone on a book once, and I said we were trying to name a villain, and I was like, I've got this great book that could help us with weird terms and stuff to name the villain. It's called The Vulgar Tongue. He goes, that's it. That's the villain's name, The Vulgar Tongue. And I was like, no, there's a whole book. Let me. No, perfect. It wasn't the guy that has his tongue's not vulgar at all. But there you go. And just before we go, I just wanted to tell you that I achieved a small dream of mine this morning. Not just of mine, but I feel like of all men the world over. Well, Australian men maybe. Now, I'm a snag, sensitive new age guy. But even I am proud of this bogany retort I had this morning. I was lying in bed and my wife said, "Have you seen my bra?" And I said, "Yep." And she said, "Where is it?" And I said, "On your tits." All right, over to you.
We are sponsored by Comx, ladies and gentlemen.
This show is sponsored by the Comx shop. Check out comx.cx for all things Comx and find out what Comx is all about. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Comx, your Australian place to go get all your Australian comics. Find out where all the comic shops are in Australia, and it has all the information about all Australian comic book artists, creators, and creators. And if you buy comics from there, they do ship them in one flat shipping rate, no by the weight. That is the biggest selling point for myself. Sharif, it is down to you and I. We're going to decide this by a rock, paper, scissors. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn it. Okay.
You literally meant to say rock, paper, scissors, shoot, but, you know.
All right. I did say after the last 2 hauls, I've got to cut down a little bit. So from 3 boxes down to 2. This time around, just a few more singles just to get fillers for my bind. Adventures in the DC Universe. These are the last 4 that I need for my bind. It's a 19 issue series plus 3 annuals crossovers. Let's see. I think last 3 of the Queen of the Dam and Rice that I need.
Ooh,
So you got those with rice. Nice.
Yeah.
And
second last batch. Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children 3. I think I've only got 2 more left to track down. Last one, issue 12, is so hard to find. So complete set is complete. Might be my next book to bind, right? So the next set that I'm thinking of doing is all the Marvel Knight miniseries. So we've got Spider-Man, X-Men. I think there's a Hulk, and that's it, right? So 3.
I don't know.
Neither do I.
If there are more, I'll track it down. And then 2 Moons, an Image title. I think all in about 10 issues. These ones were on a weekly sale, so they were $1 each. Pretty happy with that one.
They're the same price as your lap dances.
Yeah.
Which
So get
ironically, you can often see 2 moons then as well.
All right, so this last one, what was that? Freaks of the Heartland, 6-issue miniseries. So they are also available in trade. And there is one more. There's a script book, which I thought I might include in the bind for this one. Unfortunately, the script book isn't of the same format. They're much wider.
Ha!
So I don't know. I don't know how to do this. But it is interesting. The script book is lots of
reference photos.
Yeah, and it's a little too bright. Lots of text in there as well, so it's gonna be tricky. That much I can say. All right, so I started getting this series from Bo because I wanted to continue off the Astonishing X-Men Omni. I recently sold that, and then I I rebought whatever that is collected in the Omni in trades, and this is the last trade for that series. It crosses over with was that Extermination, Extreme X-Men, Age of Apocalypse. Yeah, so last one. Yeah, all of Astonishing X-Men is complete. Star Wars, I try to stay away from the Omnis. It's just too many.
But I noticed you didn't because you got some in your room tour, you weirdo. I mean, you cool guy.
Yeah. But I did pick up a couple of Star Wars trades from eBay because they were that cheap. And these are the 5 volume of Poe. In my excitement, I accidentally ordered 2 copies of one particular volume, but that's just this 4-volume set from Image. Again, one of the volume was on auction, won it, for dirt cheap, and I thought, okay, so I've got one. I got to track the other three. Fortunately, they were still in print, and this is Ruse. Don't ask me what it is. I bought it because it's cheap.
But what is it?
Cheap. Pause it. Read it. What else? One Batman Deluxe book that I kind of slept on, and then now it's totally out of print. It's really expensive, and it's the Gotham by Gaslight Deluxe. I thought I had a good deal on this. Got it, and then when it arrived, it's not a deluxe hardcover, but a deluxe trade. But I'll take it for now.
A deluxe trade? You don't see those.
Yeah, because originally Gotham by Gaslight is just an original graphic novel, just one, but this one has extra stories in them. I think they are.
Does it have the sequel in it?
Master of the Future.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. So I'm trying to sell my Teen Titans by John's Omni in the hope that I get all the other trades that collects the series, and I am making progress. So this is Futures Now. That's pretty thick. There's crossover with Outsiders, Teen Titans Outsiders, The Insiders, Life and Death. What's that one? Titans Around the World, and this one. Second last, I think. Yeah, second. Recently came out.
This was a quiet month, you said.
Yeah, it is. It is. Almost done with the first. This Savage Shores by Ram V. This is the updated version. It came out once before, but there's some extra material in this particular one.
Wait, I can almost do that cover.
One book that I heard really good things about. Syphilis.
Sucker what?
Syphilis.
Oh.
that's a better one. So
like, where are you hearing good things about syphilis?
I think this could be this is the anniversary edition. I heard it's a really deep and tough read.
That's what you like.
Deep and tough. Okay, so I need your help with this one.
Gonorrhea.
It's a manga, but it has a Marvel character on it. Do I put it with Marvel or do I put it with manga?
Oh, screw you, man! I was going to show that. And it goes with manga.
Sure?
Yes, it's manga. Of course it goes with manga. You're not going to put the size of that book with anything Spider-Man. What's wrong with you?
That's another thing that we're going to talk about in that video. Hardcovers. First one. Dark Horse, Two Brothers by Fabio Moon and Gabriel Abba. I think twins separated at birth and then they reconnected. And then they learn about each other, what similarities and what differences between them after a few years. So it's like nature versus nurture kind of thing.
Don't come back. Sorry, that's what Schwarzenegger sang in the movie in the shower when he was a twin. Yuck, don't come back. I never forgot. Moving on.
One from Jeff Lemire, Primordial. Monkey sent to space, came back, and then story.
Monkey went to space, then came back, yakety yak, the end. Nailed it.
The COVID stuff.
So with the Injustice books, there were the 2 Omnis, and then there was Injustice 2, the follow-up, and then there's a Year 0. I think collects 12 of the digital. Speaking of Injustice 2, I'm tracking down 2 to make a what do you call it? Sequel Omni. Bo, you've got my first 2 volumes. This is volume 3 and 4 of the series. Volume 5. Good luck to me.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to sell them again.
What?
Your books that I've got here.
Okay. So I'm done with the first box. All right. So second box. I think
that was the first box. Did you say?
I know. What the?
I'm gonna have to tell. I've got a cab waiting out the front. It's gonna be at least another 45.
No. Starting with the second box. I think the last haul I shared how much I had with the Black Label series. I've got another 5 here. Batman Dark Knight. Lonely City. This is the DM variant. Harley. Didn't know this existed, so it was a fun find. Rogues.
Oh, I want to read that one actually. Yeah.
Joshua Williamson.
Looks good, frosty face. That's one pitted with the smallpox.
And Superman Lobo. Yeah.
Nice work, Gobbler. That's a turkey cock.
Gobbler. Good fun on eBay by Morrison, Joe the Barbarian.
Looking good, Galompus.
Ooh, there you go. There you go.
A large, clumsy fellow.
So done with DC and Vertigo. Next, heading on over to Image. Only 4 books from Image. Butcher Baker, the Righteous Maker. No idea.
God, you buy so much stuff. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, you.
Common.
Common, yeah. So this is the retail incentive. It's with the dust jacket. Another Morrison book, but Image, nameless. All right. Say the title.
Odyssey.
It says cycle 1, but so far there's no follow-up. So I don't know if there will be.
You are definitely not a Jerry sneak.
What is that?
Husband. Trying to lighten the mood.
The latest Power Rangers book, Lost Chronicles. They're my cubis. It's full. So
I hate it when my cubis is full.
Need more fiber in your diet.
Is there volumes of the Massive that I'm missing? Because I thought it was only like 5 trades and then the 9th wave. You seem to have 2 big Omnis there. Is that like
ninth wave is the follow-up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I have, but I've got it in trade and it's small. But then I've also got the 5 trades, which I thought made up the whole series. But anyway.
So how many trades are in what trades got how many issues in volume 2? And it's not an Omni Spedsy. It's an oversized hardcover.
It's a library edition.
It's a library edition.
So volume 2 collects 16 to 30.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Does 5 volumes of yours go to 30?
Maybe.
I'd get a look, but then you'd see what I'm wearing for pants. And some would say that they are not pants. So I'll just
Some
point
say you might
there
not be
is.
normal.
Oh, stand up, brother. Please.
So that might not be normal, but this is this is normal, man.
Oh, I wanted to get that too. Actually, that looked good.
Yeah, I did have one of the let's see, the anniversary. I had that one, but I didn't realize that all of this came before that. Only to Marvel, Omnis this time around, and really stoked because it just finishes off what I need. Daredevil by Wade, Volume 2.
Oh, look at that.
And another get for Spidey, Riley 1. Last book, gigantic. It's hell of a book.
Boy.
It's a big boy. Monster size edition. It's if you do have Sin City, Big Dan Sin City, it sits very nicely beside it.
Oh, really? It's that big?
It's as big.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, but
yeah.
I still haven't read my trades, oh boy.
Yeah, I just put my my self-cover Omni box set up for sale because I just got this one.
Yeah.
And that's it. Done.
All right.
Good work, mate.
Before I show you mine, I just want to give a shout out to OmniBuds Cafe. This is a Facebook group on Facebook, and you should go there because it is a group filled with like-minded individuals just like us. They love their collected editions, and they are a great community where they all support each other. There are great sales there as well, but just remember it is in USD, so you'll have to remember the conversion rate and the shipping. But go to OmniBuds Cafe. It is a great place to hang out on Facebook. Now, moving on to my hauls. My last couple have been really small. This one is a bit bigger because I have had some freaking great deals, man, and I've had to say yes to a few of them. There is some more stuff coming that hadn't arrived yet. So first, we're going to go with what my brother gave me out of the blue when I went to see the Undertaker One Dead Man show. He pulls this out of his back seat and he goes, "Hey, Bo, have a Spider-Man mask." And I went, "Yeah, cool." And then I realized it's not a mask. It's something else with batteries or something. So I don't know what it does, and that'll go somewhere eventually. Thank you, bro. Love you, man. Next, we
try and find out if other things around you are masks. Pick up
next
something.
we have.
I just want you to headbutt other things. Is that a
No,
mask?
no, it's not a mask. It's a book. It's a manga book.
Be sure until you test it.
Yeah, it's
There
not a
you
mask.
go. Now we know. All right.
Yeah, no. So this is fake red Spider-Man manga. Seeing as Sharif didn't tell anybody what the hell it was about, I will. It is about a guy that finds a Spider-Man costume and decides to go out and try to be Spider-Man. And obviously chaos ensues, and you have lots of like Spider-Man villains that come after this fake Spider-Man, like your boy Eddie Brock. And it looks really cool, and I can't wait to read it. I love that I have Spider-Man on my manga shelf. Next, after that, we have a series of I've only got the one, but it's a series of books that I've wanted to read for a very long time because the people have lots of character, and I want to make sure that sometimes it's good to have books with people that have really big characteristics. And one of those are Empowered by Adam Warren. I've heard good things about this book, but I didn't realize it was black and white, and that kind of annoys me because I'm not Leigh Chalker. Black and white, but I don't even know if that comes in color or not. But I'm looking forward to this.
Is it a mask?
Is it the omnibus?
Is it a mask?
It's not a mask. It's not a mask. But thank you for asking. What'd you say? Is it an omnibus?
Yeah.
No, it's some sort of bigger collection, and it has a 1 on it. Maybe.
Okay.
Moving on. We have one that I bought purely only for the title. I made a TikTok video about it a little while ago. Go check it out because I'm hilarious. And it's all called All 8 Eyes. It is about spider stuff and giant spiders that do spider stuff. Because what's the worst and scariest thing in the world other than seeing Spedsy and what he's not wearing underneath the Iron Man shirt? Giant spiders. It is not a mask, Spedsy. It's a book. Okay?
Not sure yet. There we go.
No, there you go. Okay. Now, my boy Nick, he hooked me up with some stuff. I say he hooked me up.
Just say no.
What?
Just say no.
I know, because he charged me quite a lot, actually, so he's not really my boy. I kind of hate him now. But I got books off him that I really wanted. One of that being the ever-elusive You Can't Find Me Anywhere, Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, Fatale, Volume 1, baby.
Oh!
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not going to say how much that cost because it was way too much. Let's just say that when I got that, I then went to Amazon and bought Volume 2, which is the complete. And I could have bought at least 2 copies of this to make up for this one. But at least now I've got all of Fatale by Brubaker. The next one he gave me, because I have everything Walking Dead, the only thing that I was missing was Rick Grimes 2000. And it wasn't until I had it in my pretty little hands that Nick turned around to me and said, this has nothing to do with The Walking Dead, and it's not even in the same universe. But here you go, I'll take your money. And I went, thanks, man, that's cool. I still wanted it, though, so thank you. But I don't really know what it is. I think it's set in a Rick Grimes, a small-town police officer that the world fell to the Walking Dead, but the dead were only the stuff. That sounds exactly like Walking Dead. I don't know. So I'll read that one day and I'll find out. Next one is my boy, OmniBeau. That's right. I love you, brother. And I know that you probably don't even watch these videos, so why am I shouting you out? I don't know. But you sent me a message and you said, hey, man, do you want a book for free? Just pay postage. I said, yes. I will always say yes to that. I don't care what the book is. And he sent me Aerosmith, not the band, not Aerosmith, Aerosmith by Kurt Busiek and Carlos Pacheco. And I've been saying that I quit my job recently. Well, today at work, I got to read 2 books while getting paid for it. That's all right. I blocked everybody from my work. They're not going to see this. And I read this today from cover to end, cover to back, cover to from the start to the finish. I read this and I really dug it, man. Ben didn't like it, which is why he gave it to me. It is basically World War I, but with what if there was Lord of the Rings characters and creatures in World War I. And it was really cool. I've looked up Volume 2, although it does kind of end. You don't really need Volume 2, but Volume 2, from what I can tell, is only in a trade paperback. And that's really annoying.
From memory, I think the main character is called Jamie, and she's got a gun. And her daddy is on the run.
That is
what
incorrect.
does her daddy do? I don't know. I think he makes love in an elevator. I'm not sure.
You're thinking of the band, you brain fart individual, but thank you. Next, we have the big books, the ones that matter, the ones that I love. Nick, I got this one off him because I've seen season 1 on Netflix. I have not revisited it yet, and it's been so long that I barely remember season 1 anymore. So I might just give up on that and read the book instead, and that is Lock and Key, the Key Compendium, baby. I can't wait to read that because I've heard that that's really, really cool. Spedsy, are you looking up stuff to call me?
Yeah, because I think you're a sounder, mate, which is a herd of swine. But continue.
Don't laugh at that, Sharif. Next, we have actually this book is quite apropos to something that I like to think that Spedsy is on his spare time, and that is A Rat Queen. This one is a really big, chunky book that I wanted to get for ages, but it had only the oversized hardcovers, and apparently it didn't have it all. The Rat Queen's omnibus now has the whole thing. And it sounds really, really cool, man. A pack of booze-guzzling, death-dealing battle maidens for hire. And they're in the business of killing all the gods' creatures for profit. Come on. That sounds awesome.
It sounds like a bunch of rat queens, if you ask me.
Hey?
Sounds like a bunch of rat queens, if you ask me. It was a joke best left unsaid and unheard.
Another one from Nick, the original printing of Ex Machina. See how it has the Vertigo logo. The reprint has the DC one. That doesn't matter to me, but it does to some people. Ex Machina. This has nothing to do with the movie.
It's a movie?
Yeah, there's an Ex Machina movie.
Welcome home to whoever just had someone return home. One of you guys just had someone return home. Am I wrong?
I think Spedsy's losing it a bit.
Okay.
All my kids are home.
And lastly, we have the Marvel OmniBeau, starting with Thunderbolts Red.
Enjoyed that series.
Yeah, not the cover I wanted, but at the end of the day, at least I got the book.
That's my legit favorite artist, Phil Noto. I freaking love Phil Noto. And when he's on interiors, his run on Black Widow, perfect.
Cool. Agree to disagree. Moving on, we then have Golden Age Captain America Volume 1. Now, I had Volume 2, and whether I read this or not is not the point. The fact is that I had Volume 2, and I cannot on my shelf have a Volume 2 of something without a Volume 1. I got this from Incognito Comics when I had a big sale where I got like $70 off the book, but it came unsealed. And that was a little odd to me.
Well, you know what that means, though, because that's what happens if you order a book in, so they got it direct from the distributor, put it directly in a box for you. There's no hand it to the work experience kid to wrap it in plastic.
Well, no, I asked them about it, and they said to me, "Is the book okay?" We often have the wrappings destroyed, or they get ripped, or things like that. And I didn't bother responding back because I just thought, okay, that's no other comic shop says that. But in the past, they've all been fantastic. So, it's really not that big a deal. So I don't mean to shit on them. It was just...
Actually, sorry, just another quick follow-up. Have you ever been able to poop without peeing?
No.
So another case of you being unable to have a number 2 without a number 1.
Yeah, but I can't pee without peeing. Moving on, I then got from Robert Nugent. This is another guy in our Aussie Omnibus collectors group that has always looked after me, messages me and says, do I want these books? Unlike Sharif, who just puts them up and then I have to suffer later, or my boy Ryan. Anyway, this guy offered me some books and I got Shield, the complete collection. This is one that is yet to be reprinted, and it's one that I wanted on my shelf, so I'm very grateful to be able to get that off him, and he gave them to me for good prices too, man. So I can't wait to read this, actually, because there is a lot of classic Marvel literature in here. Next off, Robert Nugent. I then got the original printing of X-Force Volume 1 because he's upgrading. I don't know why he says upgrading. I mean, is it an upgrade getting the new printing, or is it what's wrong with this book? Why are you upgrading? Actually, I just realised. No, it's okay, no, it's all good. And he even has them in these plastic.
Bodart.
What?
Bodart.
Bodart?
Bodart. B-O-D-A-R-T.
Bodart. He has them in those. Anyway, I got that. So X-Force, sick. I can add that to my many X-Men books I haven't read yet.
That's going to be Exhibit A when you and I argue about omnibuses. Because issue 2 of X-Force, many of the pages are landscape. So good freaking luck, bruh.
Issue 2.
Sideways. What do you mean, Volume 2?
Issue 2 of X-Force. Lots of landscape pages.
Nah, you're a liar.
So you are going to have to shine that.
I see it.
Turn
Okay.
that sideways and jam it straight up. Yo can ass. Landscape. Good luck holding that shit.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus. All right, yeah, punk rock music. All right, next up from Robert Nugent, I also got the brand new Blade omnibus, the early years, which is really cool. A few of these are already in the two Dracula omnibuses I've got, but the rest are not. So that's cool because that's the only Blade omnibus there is and the only one I got. Back to my boy Nick. He also gave me Iron Man, the mask in the Iron Man, which was an Iron Man omnibus that I was missing. This is the last one from Nick, which is the original Alpha Flight omnibus, first printing. I never really got into Alpha Flight, so I'm hoping this changes my mind. Spedsy, Alpha Flight, yay or nay?
Alpha Flight. I can never remember any of their names, but I do like them when they show up. The main guy's got a cool name that I can't remember. It is the Violator, the Vindicator, the Vagina Mate. That's Wendigo, Ballarat? Sasquatch. Well, there's another one who's white, and he is Wendigo.
Yeah, but how do you forget Sasquatch and Puck?
Oh, yeah, Puck. I forgot him.
Oh, mate, you're an X-Men fan.
It's fun to say, Puck. Speaking of, you can go...
Puck yourself.
Robert Nugent, again, gave me Ghost Rider, the original Jason Aaron series. This has also just been solicited as a reprint that should be coming out soon, but now I've got the original one on here. This is the only Ghost Rider omnibus in existence up until the new ones that have just been announced. And last but not least, although it might be least, I really don't know because I haven't read any of these yet, is another X-Men book that fits right in that gap right there, and it is X-Men: The Hidden Years. This is a story that nobody could ever find before, and they recently did, and they put it in a book and called it The Hidden Years.
So once it goes into there, it's hidden?
Well, yeah, it's going to fit. I'm going to do a Sharif. Look at that. I'm prepared. Oh, yeah.
Put it in a different section.
No, it goes in between X-Men Volume 2 and Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 in reading order.
It's a joke that your kids will laugh at in 50 years' time when they can't find it and then find it under Thor and then go, classic dad, Hidden Years.
Mate, I'm not having kids. No one's reading my books.
Well, tell that to your sperm.
Okay. I didn't realize you knew I had conversations with my sperm.
I think you're going to say, I didn't know you knew I had sperm. And
that is the DodgeHAUL, ladies and gentlemen. One day we will get these to a nice short video, but with Sharif around, that's just not happening. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
We'll get there.
Steve, you've been really quiet. Say something.
Yes. Hello, please. That's it.
What is this? Hello, please.
I'm looking forward to the Supernatural Convention on Sunday. It's going to be really awesome. So stay tuned for some stuff, which I'll share with everyone.
No. So, no. I was going to end the video here, and I wasn't going to do this time. But you know what? Stuff ya. I think this video needs a bit of liveliness in it.
And now it's time for the AussieVerse Thought of the Week.
I'm starting to think that in all of these movies and TV shows where they have a baby and the baby's acting, that the baby doesn't realize they're acting. Now, if that's true, then what are they getting paid, if anything? Where's their lines? I don't see them holding a script. And why is it that they swap babies and think that we don't notice in TV shows and movies? I think we need to now form some sort of federation for baby actors. Yeah.
At concerts, don't like being told to make some noise. Make some noise. I literally came to hear you make noise. And when they're saying like, I can't hear you, so bitch, you've got a microphone. We're doing the best we can out here. And then they don't never tell us what kind of noise to make. Like, make some noise. And I'm just like, and then they're like, let me see your hands. And I'm like, let me hear your songs. Yeah, g'day, mate.
I'm just wondering, with how can you, with good conscience, go to work and not work but read books?
That's easy. You quit your job.
I want to quit the job.
Hey!
Scott.
Hey!
Toast is overrated.
Toast is actually bread, overheated.
It is indeed. We'll see you next time for another haul where we will always be proudly sponsored by Comx. We'll give them another shout out and end the video this way. See you later, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, yo.
Goodbye, bro.
Scott Hall. Scott.
This show is sponsored by the Comx Shop. Check out Comx.cx for all things Comx and find out what Comx is all about. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Oh, yes. Scott Hall had a devastating finishing maneuver that I can't remember the name of.
Razor's Edge.
So sometimes, like, it wasn't that good of an ending to a match. His move was weird, and that's important. Just make sure you end strong. That's an important thing.